How can I help you today?
Hey, what is your earliest availability to book an appointment? My name is Joseph Smith and my phone number is 123-123-1234.
All right, Joseph. Thanks for that info. So after checking our calendar, I see we have 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. available for tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd. Would either of those times work for you?
Yeah, 8 a.m. works for me.
Perfect, Joseph. I've got you down for 8 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd, for your house tour. You're all set. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah, you know what? Let's reschedule that appointment for 11 a.m.
Sure, I can help you reschedule that. Perfect. Let me just cancel your old appointment and get you scheduled for the new time. All done? You're all set for 11 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd, instead of 8 a.m. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
You know what? Let's cancel that appointment. I need to think of a better time and date.
No problem at all, Joseph. Your appointment has been canceled, so you've got plenty of time to think about what works best for you. Just give us a call back whenever you're ready to pick a new date and
I,
time. Is
yeah,
there anything else?
so I'm thinking about buying a house. Could you give me a range of price for a 3 bedrooms and 2 bathroom house located in Pennsylvania?
That's a great question. So, just to clarify, I actually work with Top Notch Roofing here in Denver, and we specialize in roofing services, things like roof repairs, placements, and inspections. I don't have access to real estate pricing or listings for homes in Pennsylvania, so I wouldn't be able to give you an accurate price range for buying a house there. But if you ever need help with a roof, whether it's for a new home or an
Yeah,
existing one, I'd
so
be happy to answer.
yeah, I need help with my roof. I need a full replacement and my roof is made of wood. So I'm just looking for a range of price.
Absolutely, I can help with that. So, for a full roof replacement on a wood shake roof, the price can vary depending on the size of your home and the specific materials you choose for the new roof. Generally, for an average sized home, you're looking at somewhere between $12,000 and $25,000 for a full replacement. If you're thinking about switching to a different material, like asphalt shingles or metal, that can affect the price too. Wood shake replacements tend to be on the higher end because of the material and labor involved. If you'd like, I can help you set up an appointment for an inspection and a more detailed quote whenever you're ready. Just let me know what works for you.
No, I'll give you a call back. Bye.
All right, well, thank you so much for calling Top Notch Roofing. You have a great day.
And that's exactly what you will be learning in this video, how to build this voice AI agent that will be a appointment setter for your Google Calendar. The first step is to log into your Retail AI account. So you will go into your browser and type in Retail AI login, and then you will log in by using either your email or phone number by clicking this button right here that says join or login. Once you have login, the another platform that we need to use, it's NetN. So you're going to type in your browser NetN login, and you just need to log in with your account information. I'm hosting NetN in my computer, so you can just log into your cloud account. Once you provide your email information, they will give you 14 days as a trial account, so you can go ahead and test it out. The pricing for this platform is around $20 per month if you go with the annual plan, and it's around $25 if you go with the monthly plan. So once you have created your account in Retail AI and also NetN, what you will have is a blank account without the agent and also without this workflow. Once you have created your Retail AI account and also NetN account, you will have a screen like this. The only thing you need to do is click on this option that says create an agent right here, and then you will select voice agent. The next step is going to be single prompt agent, and finally you just need to click on create. So once you create the agent, you can just copy paste the prompt that I gave in my previous video. I will link that at the very end of this video as well. And or you can just ask ChatGPT to create a prompt for any type of use case that you're trying to make. So you just need to follow the same structure that I also explained in that video. So once you have created your prompt with either using ChatGPT or another platform, you just need to paste that prompt right here. And again, you should follow the structure that I explained in the previous video. And the another very important thing that we need to create are the functions to make sure that this agent has the tools to basically execute all these steps for booking, canceling, and rescheduling the appointment. So the first function that we have here, which is a built-in function, it's called end call. So this function allows the agent to end the call or terminate the call whenever it's appropriate. To add this function, all you have to do is click on add and end call, and finally click on save. Now we will be creating 3 custom functions. One is going to be check calendar, book event, and cancel event. You can call it whatever you want, but the logic should be the same. This function right here, for example, for check calendar, it's basically a function that the agent will be using to check the availability of the calendar. It's basically the function that the agent will be using to check the availability of the calendar. Now, the description shouldn't be more than 2 lines. Then the endpoint will be your end-to-end webhook. After that, you need to send some JSON. You need to send a JSON body. And in the JSON body, what you need to do is send 3 different parameters. Again, the parameters can vary based on the requirements of your client or based on how you would like the agent to do it. What I'm asking here from the agent to gather within the call is the first name of the person, the phone number, and the desired date and time. Also, I told the agent in the prompt that if the user is not providing any specific date and time, the agent will automatically look at the earliest availability by default. These are the 3 different required parameters that we need to add in this schema. Then you will click on save or update right here. And for the next function will be book event. So in the book event, basically the description is the same. This function will be used for booking an event after we have checked that the desired date and time or the earliest availability is actually available in our calendar. Then the endpoint again is going to be the webhook URL from end-to-end, which we will review in just 1 second. And in the body, I'm sending the same 3 parameters, which is the first name, phone number, and available date and time. So you can see here the change. Instead of doing desired date and time, I am sending or asking for the available time that has been already checked in the calendar. Then you will click on update, and finally it's going to be cancel event. As the name says, this tool is to cancel an existing event in the calendar, and the unique identifier that I'm going to use to first of all find the right event is going to be the phone number. We will review that also in the end-to-end workflow. What I'm asking the agent to send within this function is the phone number of the user so we can locate the right event that we need to cancel. And you will click on update, and that's it. We just need the built-in function and call and these 3 custom functions. Now, once you log in into your account, you will have this part empty if you haven't built any workflow before. So all you have to do is create workflow, and then you need to follow these steps. All of these little squares are called nodes in end-to-end, and basically a node is a step that goes after or before a previous step. So we have the webhook, which is the first step of the workflow, and then we got this respond to webhook or response to webhook, I think they're called. Yeah, respond to webhook, that are the last step within these branches. Now let's go ahead and review what's happening in the backend. So first of all, we have this webhook right here. The webhook from N8N is basically a place or the first step that is always listening for any action. So Retail AI will send the specific action that we need to perform within this environment or workflow only if is necessary. So if we need to check the availability in the calendar, this workflow will get activated or triggered. If we need to cancel an event, then this will also get triggered. Any action that involves any of these three activities will trigger or activate or turn on this workflow here, and we will receive this into this node called webhook. So you need to make sure also that if you want to test this webhook right here, you can go ahead and just copy paste the test URL. But if you will have it in production and you want to test it without clicking on listen for a test event, make sure that you activate it by toggling this option, and then you copy paste the production URL into each custom function right here in the endpoint. Again, make sure that it's post instead of get. And then for the respond type, so in this part that says respond, you want to make sure that it says use and respond to webhook node to make sure that the agent is receiving not the message generated out of this step alone, but the message generated after all these steps have processed, and then you get the final confirmation in this node. So this is the first step, the webhook. Then the second step is going to be a switch. A switch statement or the switch node basically refers to multiple rules, or let's call it paths, that you can have within your workflow. So if, let's say you have one condition, if condition A happens, then you will go down one path. If condition B happens, then you will go down another path. If condition C happens, then you will go down another path. What we're saying here is, if we need to check the calendar, you will follow this path. If we need to book into the calendar, we need to follow this path. If we need to cancel an appointment, we need to go down this path. Again, we open up this switch. All we need to do is drag the name of the action that we need to perform, and where you find that is by clicking on headers and then call, and then you got the name of the tool. In this case was the latest one was cancel event, so this is equal to this path, and therefore it went down this path right here. So the name of the tool or the name of the action will always vary based on what's happening in real time in the call. It could be check the calendar, book the appointment, or cancel the appointment. So it'll go down to different branches. And this will happen one at a time. It's not like it's going to go to the 3 different branches at the same time. For rescheduling, for example, the first step is going to be to check if the new time and date is available. Then we will go ahead and cancel the existing event and then book the new event. Now, the next step after checking the availability is going to be getting a Google Calendar node. So you type in on the plus, and then you type in Google Calendar. And the only thing you need to do is to connect your Google Calendar into the node. So the specific action that I selected here was get many events, and I will explain the logic behind this. So in this node, all you have to do is click on this list right here, and then click where it says create new credential. And then you will be prompted to log in with your email, and you'll have something like this, Google Calendar account. Then you will be able to pick from your right calendar, and then we can go ahead and continue with the rest of the node. And what we're saying is, okay, get me all the events after this time frame and before this time frame. So that's why we are passing that JSON that I showed you before for checking the calendar, the desired date and time, it'll be also converted into ISO 8601 format. But to give you an example of what this looks like for checking the calendar availability, once the user wants to know the current availability, the tool or the function will send this information to a webhook, the desired date and time in ISO 8601 format, and that format looks like this. So we will take the desired date and time and put it right here where it says after, and then before, what I'm doing is just placing a window of 7 hours. You can go ahead and do even days if you want to. I'm just creating a window of 7 hours to see what is available within the desired date and time that they shared and the next 7 hours. So that is step for this node right here. And if the entire schedule is available and there are no events, you should go ahead and select this option right here that says always output data. By activating this option, you'll make sure that this node will always create some data. In this case, it'll say no fields items exist, which means that the entire day is open and is available, which is something that we will be processing in this next node, which is the code node. You can get this from ChatGPT as well. You can ask ChatGPT to create you a JavaScript code to basically process and understand the availability that you're getting from this node. So if you get an event from here, so let's say I can create one here manually saying testing, and then I click on save. And then if I execute this step, if you have events, this is what you will get. So if you want to create that code node using ChatGPT, the only thing you need to do is to click on this icon that says copy to clipboard, paste it into ChatGPT and say, hey, I need you to create a JavaScript code. And then you can just tell it that what you're sending in this part is the busy time. If the output of this node right here says that we are busy from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., the availability is any time during the day that is not 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also in the code, you can place the availability of the calendar. You can say we are offering our services from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., which is what I did. Or you can easily set that up also within your calendar. The final step for this branch is to create a response to webhook node. So you will click on the plus right here again and type in respond to webhook. And once you click on that one, you will see something like this. By default, it might be all incoming items. You want to change that to JSON. And instead of my result, you want to type in something like calendar availability, and then you will drag just the results from the previous node. So it will look something like this. Basically, you're passing back to the voice agent these results right here. The availability for the days and time. Again, this output will depend on whatever you want from the code node. You can just go ahead and tell ChatGPT exactly how you want the output, and that's going to be what you will be passing back to the voice agent. Let's move on to the book in calendar branch. For the book in calendar branch, again, if that condition is met from the webhook, then this path right here where it says book event will get triggered or activated, and then we will go down this path. Then in this node, what I'm having is the creation of the event. Again, all you have to do is just click on the plus right here and then type in Google Calendar. And the action that I'm getting here is create an event because we want to book a new appointment. So you click on create the event. You already created the connection with Google Calendar, so you will select your connection. By default, it should be auto selected. Then for the resource, it's going to be event. Operation is going to be create, and then you will select the calendar where we need to create the event. The start time is going to be the start time that we're passing from the custom function over here where it says book event. That's why we need to gather this information. So ideally, the start time is going to be the same required date and time that the caller requested for. If that's not available, the agent will go back and forth with the caller until they find the right date and time that works out with the caller. So in the start time, you just need to drag that specific parameter. So you will find that under call section, under body, and then you can just drag the available date time right here. And all you have to do is just drag it and put it right here. Now for the end time, that will depend on your specific scenario. The events can last an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and even more than an hour. How you change that is by just adding it right here at the end of the variable. You can add 1 hour, 30 minutes on top of the start time. For now, I'm just placing 1 hour, and then the description and summary, those are optional. So the summary, for some reason they call it summary, but the summary is equal to the title of the event. So for example, I call this one testing, and this is the summary in NNN, and the description as well. This is how I am able to locate the right event by using their phone number. There are many ways that you can do this. The easiest way that I found is just using their phone number because it's a very unique identifier. Now here where it says phone number, again, I'm just typing in manually, change this to expression right here, and then I type in manually phone number, and then I just dragged this variable right here that is called phone number, and I place this variable over here. And the way that you add these two different variables is by clicking on add field right here, and then you will have the summary and also description available. I don't have it available right here because I already added, but you just need to click on add field, and then you should be able to see those two options. Once you have done this part, the last note is going to be the response back to the agent saying, okay, did we book the event or did we not book the event? Basically, I'm just passing that answer, whether this is confirmed or not confirmed. And you're getting that from the previous node at the very end. This is called status. Again, I'm just dragging and dropping that specific response right here. The last branch, we're basically saying, okay, let's search and find the right event that we need to cancel if the caller needs to cancel that event. Again, from the webhook, if the name of the tool or function is cancel event, as we set it up right here in Retail AI, it'll pass that information, and then it'll trigger this path, this last branch. And what I'm doing here is searching the events. Again, click on the plus, type in Google Calendar. Or another way that you can do this is just by right-clicking on any node and then click on duplicate, and that will duplicate the same node. And then you can just rename it search event if you want to, or you can give it another name right here. So you will select your account, and then for resource, you want to do event, and then the operation is going to be many. So you want to get as many events as possible within a time frame to then filter out what's going to be the right event based on the caller phone number. So you will select your calendar, and then I place a limit right here of 50. And then again, after it's going to be equal to now variable to basically say, okay, let's look at all the events from right now. And this is a built-in function or variable in NNN. And this now will be different based on your time zone. Right now I'm in EST, that's why it's showing this time. And for before, I'm just adding 7 days. So I'm saying, let's check out all the events from right now to the next week. And what I'm doing to filter out all those events based on the phone number of the caller is just using their phone number. So I clicked on add option and then I selected query. I don't see this option right here because I already have it selected. And all I did was drag and drop the phone number that I got from using the tool for canceling the event. So if you go down over here, you got the arguments, and then you just need to drag and drop that phone number right here. And that should just give you the events that are specifically for that particular customer. Once you get the event, you will get also the event ID in this node, and this is what we need to locate the right event and cancel it. So in the next node, it's going to be event, and then the operation is going to be delete. You select the calendar, and again, you just need to drag this variable and drop it right here, and then you'll be able to delete that event. The output message should be success if it went through successfully. If not, this is going to be false, and the agent will be able to understand that. Finally, the respond to webhook node again, in which we're saying, okay, was the event canceled or not? And we are basically just dragging the response from the previous node and putting it right here. And that's it. That's how you create the backend for this Google Calendar appointment setter. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.